Welcome to Pub Talk, the unofficial official craft beer podcast of Oklahoma, where we're all about the three B's, beer buddies, and bullshit. I'm Michael, and with me as always is a guy who can't wait to see who advances from this year's Final Eight, Jeremy.
There you go.
On today's show, we're continuing on with our third annual Tulsa Tussle tournament that will decide who moves on to the Final Four. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button wherever you're listening right now, and show us some love on social media at Pub Talk Podcast. All right, let's get into it. Back again. What is this, the third round? Second round?
Third
round?
That's the third episode. Yep.
Only one more, right? We'll do this in two. Still being smart.
Yeah, well, probably. That's how I feel right now. We'll see how the day goes. Can't promise anything.
Pull up the bracket, see where we're at. We got 8 teams left. Do you want to go over the 8 that we have left? Or
yeah, sure, we can do that.
Into it.
So we started with 20 breweries from the Tulsa area and 3 breweries from within 45 minutes of Tulsa. So we have narrowed it down to 8. And if you're watching the video, you can see the bracket now and how everything's progressed. I'm not going to go through all 20, but I will read off the matchups we're going to start with today, the 8 remaining breweries. So we're going to kick it off today with Nothing's Left going up against Dead Armadillo. Then we'll move on to Erie Abbey and Heirloom. Next up, we will have Rapture going up against Marshall. And then the last of the Elite 8 will be High Gravity taking on the Prairie Brew Pub.
Well, all right. We're just going to jump into it.
I mean, again, it's only been a few days.
Been going on? Not a lot.
We should mention, we've talked a lot on here about the Black is Beautiful beers, and one just hit distribution and one's about to here from Oklahoma. So the collab between 405 and Majestic Beast in Oklahoma City, Norman, area, that hit distribution here in Tulsa, and I'm assuming Oklahoma City as well. In the last few days, I've got a 4-pack in the fridge. I have not tried it yet, but it's a chocolate cheesecake stout. I suspect I'm going to like that.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I saw they were already sold out at their tap room like the first day that it was released. So made me a little bit worried because I haven't gone and picked it up yet. Saw probably what you're about to talk about. Saw them Coop coming out soon. I was like, maybe I can make it to Tuesday. Hoping and fuck myself.
Oh, on getting that one? Well, I'll save it for your worst case. Yeah, and then Coop has theirs coming out. It sounds like it should be here sometime next week. Yeah, it's just cool to see quite a few breweries doing this, especially out of Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Speaking of Coop, I finally tried that Will and Wiley.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I don't know if it's the more carbonation or it's got more fizz and shit to it. It reminds you more of a beer. And it was cherry limeade or something. It was really fucking good.
That's my favorite one so far is that, and I haven't had a lot, but it was that the Will and Wiley, the cherry lime flavor.
Yeah, it was really
and good. I say that I crushed 8 of the hard lemonade from American Solera. Reminded me of when I was underage. I mean, I didn't drink when I was underage, but it reminded me of when I was underage and like really dug those Mike's Hard Lemonade. I don't even remember how I got to drinking those. Somebody I knew must have had them around. Anyway.
Yeah. I still need to try their seltzers. But I think I'm on board. I get it. And something about it's like, these are healthy.
Well,
healthier.
I don't think I'll be as into them in the cold months, but damn it, when it's hot outside, those are pretty nice.
Yeah. I was a little taken aback when I drank that coupon. I was like, damn, that. Because even though I think the well water, I did enjoy that, but it was a little flatter still for my taste. But that one with Wiley's really, really fun good. Yeah. Kind of shocked.
Me too. I was kind of mad at myself for liking it, but
right.
Here we are. Whatever. Something that tastes good. I don't, call it what they call back in the day, bitch beer or whatever you want to call it. Shit tastes good.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
But it's got to taste good. I don't know what those fucks were doing with that one we tried at Wild Brew. That was the worst shit ever.
Well, I suspect, it's the similar thing to like if we were to go, well, we did last year at Michael's wedding. We went to drink that Miller Lite, and it's like, God, this is fucking gross. And we used to kill these.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Same difference. It's just better when it's craft.
Yeah.
Anywho.
All right. Man, that's good. I haven't had a beer in a few days.
I cannot say that. I had several last night, including might as well talk about this. The barrel aged peanut butter bomb, which feels like something that came out of a wet dream of mine.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
That's
I
good to
enjoyed
hear.
it quite a bit. I don't know what it is about the peanut butter flavor that made me like have strong memories of OG bomb back in the day that had that Noriago's or whatever it was, that other coffee in it.
Agios. Yeah. That was good shit.
Anyway, yeah, I would definitely recommend picking that up.
Cool. That's good. So shit talk on that online. I was a little worried.
Well, but people
that's online.
Yep. People like to shit on anything that does well. People like to shit on. So Prairie's one of the big guys, so people like to shit on him. Anyway,
I'm gonna drink before we get to it.
I know mine's about halfway gone, both of them. Yeah. So our first matchup is Dead Armadillo and Nothing's Left. And Michael, you picked both of these up, so I'll let you talk about them.
Okay. So first one to go over is from Nothing's Left. It is their Green Light. It is a 5% American Pale Ale. It's like it's double dry hopped with Apollo, Sabro, and Simcoe hops. And it is delicious.
Yeah.
And it is going up against Dead Armadillo. It is their Wild Brew Blackberry Hazy IPA. It 6.5% New England IPA. It says it's aged on blackberry puree, and of course it supports birds. So if you don't like this one, you don't like birds, which we found out you don't like birds.
Fuck birds.
Don't fuck birds.
Yeah, don't fuck birds. Not
back. Old pup talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna drink more of these.
Yeah.
They both. I mean, I like one.
If something's made it this deep in the tournament, we like it quite a bit. Not that we hadn't. I don't think we had a bad beer necessarily in this tournament.
Some was kind of generic tasting.
Yeah, at least not truly shitty. Maybe like not impressive.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say, I guess the first thing I'll say is I'm enjoying this Dead Armadillo one more than I did the last time I had it. I don't know if who knows how this shit works, if one of the cans was older than another can, or I don't fucking know. I mean, it could be anything, but it could be the mood I'm in. I don't know. Yeah. But I am enjoying this more than I did last time. And not that I didn't like it last time. I remember voting against it initially on the last episode. So I kind of wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, it's kind of one thing I'm looking forward to this, seeing as we're letting some time pass between each round, is how much I'm going to like a beer. If I'm going to like a beer as much as I did the previous round. And this Nothing's Left beer is still fucking awesome. I still dig this fucking blackberry. It's blackberry, right? Whatever berry.
Yeah, blackberry.
Tend to prefer New England IPAs over pale ales for me. I've said that probably 100 times.
Yeah. I probably prefer pale ale over NEPA, but man, I sure like the fuck out of NEPA. So
yeah, for sure. I know it's pretty adamant about Dead Armadillo moving on last time, but for me this is easy.
Yeah,
the Nothing Left beer is fucking delicious.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Wild Brew beer from Dead Armadillo. I just this is easy for me as well. This Green Light from Nothing's Left is it's awesome. I said it last episode. I hope this becomes a regular thing in their tap room. Yeah, fucking awesome. And yeah, I'm having a hard time not just chugging it.
Right, I keep drinking it. And all right, so we're back. We got our next matchup. Moving down the list, we have Erie Abbey going up against Heirloom. And Jeremy, you picked up both of these, so tell us about them.
All right, so the first one here is Undertow by Heirloom Rustic Ales. It's a beach IPA, 5.6% alcohol by volume. I read the full description on the last episode. Go back and check that out, or look this up on Untapped or on Heirloom's menu if you want that full paragraph again. But essentially, it's an IPA with some sea salt added, and it's going up against the Confessional from Erie Abbey Ales, Tulsa's newest tap room. If you haven't been there yet, it's over about 6th and Main, downtown Tulsa. Go check them out. So it's I'm going to look up the exact ABV here, but it's 5 point something percent wit beer, Belgian wit beer. Yeah, I'm not going to look up the ABV. You can listen to the last episode for that too, or you can look it up your damn selves. So roughly the same ABV on these. Lighter beer styles. Intriguing matchup, I think.
Yeah, this one's tough for me. I've been going back and forth drinking these while you were talking. Two completely different styles.
Yeah.
The beach IPA one is still super intriguing to me. It's so different tasting, and the sea salt thing. And then I fucking just love Belgian beers. This is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Both are really
I enjoy both of these quite a bit. Both of these beers just make me smile and be glad that these breweries are in my town, frankly.
Right. And I am starting to be okay with going downtown. I might like it by the end of the year, maybe. I'm going down there around the area, trying to figure out how to use that fucking video camera, getting shots of shit. And there's so much cool shit to shoot downtown.
Oh, yeah.
I keep like inching in more and more to where eventually I'm probably just going to go down there all the fucking time. So that's not a deterring factor for me anymore with stuff. I don't think.
Cool.
I ain't gonna lie, it was hard the first couple times going in there and like, take the fucking camera out.
The problem is finding where to park, right? I mean, that's always been my biggest bitch down there.
Man, fuck. Yeah, this is way harder than that first matchup.
Yeah.
For me.
I think this may come down to which style someone prefers more, and I don't mean us. I guess I'm talking about if like whoever else wanted to try to replicate this, do it safely at home, motherfuckers. If you're going to, I feel like I have to say that. Like I don't,
Yeah.
But I think someone who prefers the Belgian styles is probably likely to lean towards the Confessional. Someone that's a big IPA head. Probably is going to go towards the Heirloom beer. I actually don't lean toward either style, so this is weird for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably right in the middle.
I'm going to keep stalling and drinking beer.
Right. Yeah, I'd say this is right in the middle for me, just because this type of it's such a different. The IPA just tastes so different than most of the ones I've had.
Yeah.
Man, they're both really good.
All right, I'm ready.
You go ahead, because I'm not.
By a certain type of hair, I'm not drunk enough to say yet. I got to go with the Heirloom Undertow IPA. Just barely.
Anything that drew you that way more?
I think it's just it's that I talked about it on the last episode that it reminds me of Sequential, which I really dig. It's just that it's so different. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just by just barely, and maybe I do lean more towards IPA than Belgian. I don't know, subconsciously. Oh, I like I feel like a broken record. I like both of these a lot. It's just a sliver. I'm going with Heirloom.
Man, and it's like they're like the fucking same for me when it comes to how much I like both of them. And a lot of times the beers that are so different are awesome at first, but I don't want to drink that many of them because
Yeah.
they're so fucking different. But that's not an issue with this one. I could see myself drinking quite a bit of that one. This fucking Erie Abbey one is just, it's so, I don't know, just clean, easy drinking. I'll go with Heirloom too, just because, fuck, you already picked it.
For the sake of having to flip a coin.
Yeah, I mean, they're so fucking close for me. They're both really, really fucking good. And I would like to try it for us not to do what we always do in these tournaments and just move multiple beers forward. Because
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid as well.
And if it's that, it's that hair better for you, I'll go with that too. So
Okay.
Heirloom.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Man, they're both good.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the whole thing of, I'm not going to drink all of these beers. I'm going to pour most of it out. But then you get further in a tournament, all those beers are good. You don't want to waste good beer.
It's fewer beers than it was when we attempted that first part of the episode. And it's earlier in the day, and I feel like I can be responsible and still not waste the beer after we stop recording, because I don't want to edit that. But yeah, I mean, again, Erie Abbey's only been open about 3 months now. If you haven't been over there, and even if you have, please get your ass over there and help support them. They're like everybody, dealing with this whole COVID thing and reduced foot traffic and everything else. And man, just go support some good people and good beer. Not that you shouldn't do the same for Heirloom, but I'm specifically saying it about Erie Abbey because they did just get eliminated.
So I didn't notice the fucking Heirloom sticker behind you this whole time until right now.
Oh, I got damn near everybody behind me.
Yeah, it's like right there. Good stuff.
Because I think, let's see, Erie Abbey's there somewhere. Trying to look at my own. There it is. There's Erie.
Yeah. That's fucking funny.
Anyway.
Yeah, good stuff. Shit. Yeah, go try Erie Abbey for sure if you haven't yet.
And if you're one of these people that think you don't like Belgian beers, number one, go in there and try them because you may not have had them done well. Number two, they do have that, and if you've listened to the Spotlight episode, you know this, but they do have that entire daughter house side of the tap board that is more of your IPAs and these kinds of things. So anyway, congrats, Heirloom, for moving on.
Okay, we're back again. Moving on
to the next round, not the east side.
We've got I'm feeling this one's going to be tough. If you all didn't know, the first episode went pretty long. So we've had this matchup before. We're about to have it again for the first time.
I only kind of remember what happened.
Right.
I know it was tough.
Yeah. And I know who moved on, but I don't know what rationale was used to make that beer move on. It's probably not going to be the same.
Didn't they both move on? We did this initially?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think so. So really don't know what happened.
So Rapture versus Marshall.
And finger snap, that never happened anyway.
Right. We'll talk about Rapture first, as soon as you got it.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's a saison, 5.5%. it's a clean saison, dry hopped heavily with Vic Secret, and it's Saison du Porch. If I didn't say the name, it's named after the goat out of Prairie Creek Farms.
And going up against Marshall's Oktoberfest, it is the perfect time for you for that. That shit's popping up everywhere now. Unfortunately, the festival won't be happening. 6% ABV. Marzen. It says, beautiful deep copper-colored lager, highlighted by a complex malt flavor, elegantly balanced by the bittering of noble German hops. This beer is extremely smooth and highly drinkable. Not a fucking lie there.
Accurate.
This beer is too fucking drinkable, to the point to where I have had to go back several times and pick up more because this can't stay in my refrigerator and not get drunk.
There you have.
Even since I bought them again and brought you your half, I went back and bought more just because I had to.
I get it. I talked on the first episode about, I'd always kill a stein of that since it's been at Tulsa Oktoberfest. Man, yeah. Always drink a bunch of this every fall.
So good.
Yeah, and both of these beers are really tasty.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
I'm not going to bury the lead here because I've been sipping on these for a minute. I enjoy the Rapture beer quite a bit. Saison is not my favorite style. Marshall gets the nod for me, based simply on the fact that I enjoy the style more, and it's a very well-made beer. And I've been crushing it for a lot of years.
Okay. It's probably what happened last time.
Probably.
But I don't know if it's the benefit, but
I don't remember if it is, for the record, but I think
I don't know if it's fair either, but I've had, like I said, Marshall sitting in my refrigerator, so I've been going back and going, damn, I like this beer. Damn, I like this beer. And I haven't had that option with the Rapture beer.
Yeah.
It's just not as widely available.
Yeah.
You can go pick up Marshall fucking like legitimately damn near anywhere in Tulsa.
If they sell any kind of craft beer, you can probably find it there in Tulsa.
But yeah, the Saison is one of my favorite fucking styles. This one is so fucking good. Yeah. So fucking drinkable. And you pick quick.
Again, it's nothing against. I didn't pick quick as any kind of commentary on not liking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Killed a lot of bottles of that actually, but you put a gun to my head, I'm drinking Oktoberfest, and some of that's probably got to do with the time of year and stuff too. But
is it the style too? Is it just that you just
don't like I love the Marzen style, love it,
and you don't like the other? Right.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's just not my. It's
not
my top 5 styles, probably.
Okay. See, the thing is, if I had like a 6-pack of that Saison du Porch in my fridge, I'd have the same fucking problem. I would go back and drink it, grill something, pull that bitch out, keep. That's what's been the issue with the Marshall. You can drink it while kicking back, listening to music, watching a game, playing a game, grilling. It's just good for all of those experiences. And this Saison du Porch is the same for me.
Well, and
going back for the Marshall beer, though. I mean, I've been drinking that bitch for years.
And we did kind of deliberately pick a lot of beers that have some of those same qualities, like the drinkability and the grilling and everything else that you were just talking about, being able to kill them. And I guess when I say that, like, we just kind of stayed away from, like, we weren't buying stouts and barley wines and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Do we play like rock, paper, scissors or something if we disagree? How do we do this?
I think we're either going to flip a coin or play rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, something. I don't know, because I think we can't really do the rating scale, because then, unless we rate at the same time, then it's just gig it for the one you want to move on. But
Do you have a coin or something? Because I don't know that
I have an app on my phone that'll flip a coin. I don't have coins. I used to have coins and paper money, and then COVID. So, I buy everything online. Let me find that out. So
I might make a decision while you're fighting. I don't know.
All right. Well, if you don't make a decision.
Don't we have to used to do that on the show for something?
I don't know.
Years ago, probably.
I used to drink a lot on this show. Used to? I used to drink more than I do now on this show.
Yeah, flip it. Flip the coin.
Okay.
So, what's what? What's heads? What's tails?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to call it? Since I'm flipping. And this does nothing for people that aren't on the video, but can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you want?
I'm going to go heads because there's a head of a goat on this bottle.
So heads is Rapture?
Yeah.
There you go.
Shit.
Heads it is.
Rapture moves on.
Yep.
Man, part of me just got hurt inside too, even though I picked Rapture.
But that's the thing about this tournament, man. There's always beers that I'm like, no, don't eliminate that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the Oktoberfest was good.
The nature of a tournament.
But I can see us being drunk
time or some shit.
Us being drunk. Yeah. Oh, they're both moving on because that's what you do when you're not fucking coherent.
You can't do that. I'd like
gotta be good this time.
Yeah, I'd like to not throw up tonight. Huh.
So yeah, Rapture.
Yeah.
Man, but if you're one of those fucking haters of, like you said, things that are big and popular or that have been around forever, give this fucking Marshall beer a try because you can pick it up fucking everywhere. Fucking Walmart, Quick Trip, the brewery, all over the fucking place. It's so fucking good. If there were festivals or anything going on, the fair, you can pick it up everywhere. It's so good.
I'm going to make an analogy here that I hope the people at Marshall that will hear this will appreciate. They're the Nickelback of beer in Tulsa. So remember in 2001 when everyone's like, oh man, how you remind me of such a badass song and da-da-da-da-da. And then they blew the fuck up and just kept making more of the same type of music because it fucking worked the first time and it was good. And then everyone hated them.
I'm going to say I hate you a little bit for having that shit stuck in my head now.
And I'm not saying everyone hates Marshall now, but they just don't get as much love as some other breweries.
No. Yeah, I definitely enjoy Marshall more than
the same German beers all the time.
No. I think that's a good analogy. Just good times of that music too. I always go to Joe singing fucking Rockstar at fucking Sutures.
Yeah. Not Joe that's been on this podcast. Different.
No. Yeah.
But yeah.
Are we back again?
We are back. Tell your friends.
So the last matchup of this, I don't know what we're calling it. It's 8 of them. Elite 8.
Yep, that works.
808, something 8. We've got High Gravity going up against Prairie Brew Pub. I picked up High Gravity. Let's talk about them real quick.
Sure.
Have their solid as fuck Citra, 5% ABV. Says it's American Pale Ale. This is apparently the first in their Essential Hop series. Citra. Then it says this beer has all the things: citrus, grapefruit, lime, tropical fruits, and just the right amount of bitterness. It's solid as fuck. Gluten reduced.
Just a little gluten. And I picked up the Prairie Brew Pub Fanny Pack Assassin. It is a 5.4% alcohol by volume. It's also a pale ale brewed here in Tulsa at the Prairie Brew Pub. This beer was a little bit of a surprise on our first episode. Not a little bit. It was a lot of a surprise.
Yeah.
On our first episode, strictly because neither of us tend to spend a lot of time at the Prairie Brew Pub for I don't know what reasons, but we don't. Yeah. So here we go. And if you're watching the video, it's very easy to see which one's which.
Yeah.
Because both pale ales, but the Prairie one is much darker. Huh.
Man, I dig the IPAs that fucking High Gravity makes. Or this is a pale ale, but
I was going
still.
to put an IPA. But yeah, I hear you. The pale
IPA, pale ales, both.
ale IPA is
Same
both
thing.
pale in it.
You're all pale to me.
You know, ooh. Pale is beautiful, motherfucker.
Oh, let's get.
I'm kidding if that wasn't clear.
But yeah, since we drank this during that first episode, I've gone back and drank it again, and I really enjoy this beer. I want to try more of this series. This is one of the ones I was really looking forward to trying again because I know how far it fucking advanced in our other episode. And I was worried that maybe it was just because of how surprising it was. That's why it kept moving on. Then the drunker we got, it was like, well, that surprising factor is awesome. I'm gonna keep moving it on.
Yeah.
Because it does have that awesome. It's a different aftertaste. I think we get trying to figure out what that was during that episode. You know, some type of candy, something on the back end.
Yeah.
It's good for sure. I just don't know that it's something that I would want to go back regularly to.
Yeah.
Where I think I would with this other one. So I don't know if this might fuck stuff up, but I'm going to change what I did last time. I'm going to go with the Citra AF, just because I could see myself drinking this more regularly on all those things we said before: music, gaming, blah 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 blah. That would be one that I would go to regularly. If this was in my fridge too, the Fanny Pack Assassin, I would probably not keep going back to that one, if that makes sense. Still enjoy the beer, just not. I don't know that. I think it's the wow factor, surprise factor that got me last time.
Yeah. I feel like there's not enough dissension this year, but I agree wholeheartedly. I enjoy Fanny Pack Assassin, but the one I would drink more of with more frequency is the Citra AF. That's as fuck. I don't know. There's something about that aftertaste on the Brewpub one that I can drink and I like and I enjoy, but I just wouldn't return to as often.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in agreement. High Gravity moves on.
Fuck, we got our final four.
Without having to do some sort of weird triple threat bullshit.
I got asked the other day what a figure four leg lock was. My mind. F4. Anyway, I was like, it hurts, and then moved on. But yeah, our final four. Who are they again? Help me out. Who we got? We got High Gravity, sure.
Yeah, let's for the video people throw the bracket up here. So in the next episode, which we will crown a winner on part 4, we're gonna have Nothing's Left squaring off against Heirloom, and then we'll have Rapture and High Gravity, and the winner of those two matchups will face each other to crown the 3rd annual Tulsa Tussle champion.
Okay, I guess that'll do it for now. Jeremy, close this motherfucker down.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Pub Talk. Make sure to come back next week for the grand finale and the crowning of the winner of the 3rd annual Tulsa Tussle champion. Make sure you've hit subscribe on your favorite podcast app or YouTube if you're into the video thing. And make sure to check out our website, pubtalkpodcast.com. You can find out more about the show, where to subscribe, all these things. Check out the spotlight episodes that are on pause for the moment while we navigate this whole COVID situation. And as always, never forget there's nothing in life too big or hard you can't handle it over a few beers with your good friends. Until next time, chill till the next episode. Drink beer every day.